Hi, it's Chris with Implied Music, and I'm back with another look at the music I'm writing for the play Cyrano. There's a great cast that we've pulled together. Our Roxanne, Cyrano's love interest, is Black. Our actor playing Cyrano is Black. And so the dramaturg and costume designer created a backstory that includes kind of a narrative that puts Roxanne's family in Paris in the 1650s because her dad was a merchant from North Africa and they're living there. In fact, there were a lot of different people living in Paris at the time. It was a very diverse culture. And so that inspired me to look at other harmonic resources. I landed on the double harmonic minor scale to evoke North African music of the time. It's a great scale. Everybody can use it whenever you want. It's kind of unusual. Let's take a look at it today. Maybe look at one of the pieces that I've written. Well, when you're working on a show, you're working with other people. And that's probably the single most important thing about it. My colleagues are constantly providing ideas, unique perspectives on the challenges of a script or on the production, and really refreshing my own conceptions. An example, for instance, is I just saw the swords that Cyrano and De Guiche will be using. And in a fairly small, intimate theater, we'll say that, like we're working in, I know that sword fights on that stage will be very impressive and perhaps a little menacing. That changes my idea about the music. Well, in the same way, when I saw the swatches and some of the initial design drawings for Roxanne's outfit, I thought, oh, I want to bring in a little bit of that North African flavor. Our costume designer, Maggie's shown swatches of conga fabrics and colorful fabrics that are integrated into silhouettes, which really still feel Baroque or, kind of like late Renaissance. It's a fascinating combination of things. Let's listen to a little piece that I wrote this morning, and then we'll talk about the harmonic minor scale. This piece uses oboe as our lead instrument, but there's some hand drum rhythm and just a repetitive bass line in lute, thoroboro, bass, etc. A little bit of hurdy-gurdy for that street energy. Well, you get the idea. I'm borrowing melodic ideas from North Africa. And of course, that's terrifically difficult on conventional European Western instruments because the subtle inflections, the tuning inflections that are available to us are narrower. But there is a scale that we can use to touch on that flavor. Let me show it to you. It's called the double harmonic minor. All right, I'm going to run this and you'll be able to see the notes as they go by, and you can see it down on the keyboard screen as well. So the tonic note and then a flat 9, major 3, 4, 5, flat 6, normal 7, and 1. Here it is again. When I was taught it, I was just taught take the 2nd and 6th degrees of a major scale and lower them a half step. There's another way to think of it, and I love playing this in D because if you look down at the keyboard, I think it's easy to see, and of course that's a kind of a funny sound holding all the notes down at the same time, that this is visually and mechanically a symmetrical scale when you put D in the center. You also have one, I think if A flat is in the center, it's also mechanically symmetrical. And the flat 9 has a major 7th just below that. So you have 2 half steps in a row. It's kind of an unusual quality in scales. Most European scales don't have that. Minor 3rd, half step, whole step, half step, minor 3rd, half step. There's a sort of a symmetry to it. The double harmonic minor scale is a sort of a symmetrical scale. I like it with a droning bottom. Now, it goes without saying there's some unusual chords that might go along with it. The 1 chord, all 3 of those notes are present. The 4 chord is going to be minor, G minor. And then the chord built on the 5th degree is an altered chord. It's A7 flat 5, so a nice spicy sound. Now, this sound, the flat 9, has a lot of utility in heavy metal and the grungier side of electronica. Think of the 9-inch nails kind of idea where you're always doing something like just going between 1 and raised 1 and back down again. And it turns up everywhere, but of course it has its precedents, cultural precedents, much, much earlier than that. Well, I hope this has been useful. The double harmonic minor scale. It's a specialized scale. You can use it to evoke very particular senses of place or culture. You got to be a little bit careful. We may never use this piece of music because it feels, as we say in theater, a little on the nose. But it was really fun to be influenced and pushed and inspired by the research of my colleagues, the other designers on the show, just to do something a little bit fun and unusual. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if anything makes it into the show. Who knows? Well, I hope this has been useful. Like and subscribe, ding the bell. You'll be notified when I do my videos. I'll see you next time.